Hello, welcome to the dungeon. How is everyone? Welcome in. It's D&D 9. Hi Sleepless, hi Miz, hi D-Gen. Eyes, they're everywhere. The eyes. Oh, my eyes. Black eyes. Miz with an 8 on initiative. Sleepless, I think that's an 18, but you always get a little cut off because you have the longest name. And Degen with a 12, very respectable initiative rolls there from the team. How is everybody today? How are you all doing? Tell me how you're doing. I want to know the deets. Is everyone finished work? Everyone doing okay? We got 18? Hell yeah. What a decent roll. That's great. Big Bean going first. You made a weapon. I need so much more context for that. Like you put something on the end of a stick and now it's a mace, or you made a sword? I still got 15 minutes of work. Oh no. But oh yes, also you're almost done. So excited, hell yeah. Miz will be free. And then you have like a 5-minute walk home. And then you can play D&D. Yeah? D&D? My animations are coming in super nicely. That's awesome. I love the little preview you did of the head going down the oop, and like the choice you have between the other three. I have a favorite. I'm not going to say which one, but it's definitely the one lying down with the feet up. We made a model of Hornet's Needleblade from Silksong. We've made a full metal one sometime soon. That's so awesome! We do no blacksmithing. If we haven't said so before, you haven't mentioned that, Sleepless. That's awesome. Can you share pics, if that's okay? I'd love to see it. You can throw it in the Discord. I think we'd all love to see that. Everyone's favorite is super funny. Yes, I want to see Boo like yeeted into the air and caught again. I think that'd be awesome. There is something I want that's kind of similar, but it'll be down the line because animations cost money. And I'm just looking at the very empty dungeon coffers, but we won't worry about that. We won't worry about that for now. It'll come in time. Yeah. What else? I'm on new meds, so I'm a little bit sleepy, just a little bit. Eyes are a little stingy, but I think I'm fine. I think we'll be fine to run the game. Shouldn't be a problem. I might just be a little bit more cloudy or loopy. So, like, sleepless. You got me on forgetting how something works, right? Yeah. I guess actually taking up the Squitches pose with the feet, talking up the Squitches pose with the feet up pose. We will share if it turns out good, because we'll probably break it back down if it turns out bad. Fair enough. Loopy, just a touch, a little. I'm good though. Thank you, Sleepless. Yeah. We go over to D&D. Yeah, we'll go over to the D&D space. I can still yap here. Oh, hang on. That's what it's supposed to be. So I'll get Sleepless ready. I'll get Miz in. D-Gen, are you there, my precious little bean? Do you want to join today? If you're free, if you have time, and if you're not working. Or if you'd like to join later, if you are there, that is also fine. Lop Pop, it's super early in the morning, so she might join in later. We'll see. Haven't done blacksmithing in a while though. That's okay. I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure it'll turn out really cool though. Sleepless. I'm excited to see it. I did a little bit of prop making when I was in one of my previous jobs. I was in street theater. So I did puppetry, and we also made all of our own puppets and sets and props and such. So I made a couple of weapons. Oh, 6 adventurers. Oh, does that shake up the board? It does. Miz is back in second place. Will has fallen behind again. D-Gen's still on top, though. That's very exciting. Let me sit down. Over here. Behind my DM screen. I might lose the dark eyes because they look weird when I'm teeny tiny. There we go. Is that a nyum? It is, it's a nyum. Yeah, so the mission for tonight, you guys are going to the fungal cavern in a little while. We have a missing beanling called Sprout. So you guys can have a look around and investigate to where he might have gone. And I think the title already gave away where he is, but your beans don't know that yet. You, the players, do. The metal one will definitely not be done or even ready to be started for a while. No worries. I know it can take a long time to forge stuff up. Is it like a whole forging thing? And do you hammer it out, or is that like forged into what's the word? You have like the shape done out and you pour the liquid metal into it. I'm fascinated by that at the moment. I've seen the the metal pouring being done before. I didn't do it, but like other people did for our workshop. That's the thing, we don't have a forge set up currently. Ah, I see. That's why it'll be a long time. Oh, you gotta get that up and running first. I gotcha. I understand. Yeah. Do I have any other news? Oh, I really have to take pictures of my new room setup. I think I've shown Ms. and Lopoly pictures of my shells, but I have all my Transformers, all my Mighty Maxes, Power Rangers, and my Gundams all set up on shelves. It's like the first time in 2 or 3 years, maybe more, that I've had a space for myself where I can set up that kind of thing. You got a new instrument. Got a keytar. That is the most awesome 80s metal thing I've ever heard. Keytars are cool. Love that. Okay. No, it doesn't have to be, but extra points if it is purple or pink or any really pale colors. That one we probably can send a pic of. Awesome. Black and red? Black and red will do. Is it just black and red, or is it like black with red flames? I'm learning a lot about you, Sleepless. I love this. Rainbird, do you see I won a 30mm Acrab Type C model in a giveaway? Maybe. That's a lot of letters and numbers. Is that a tablet? Black and red. Well, you can see for yourself. Oh. Okay. I'll see it when you share. It's gonna have a cool Death Pride theme. Oh, it's a model. It's like a Gundam, right? Or like a little figurine. Awesome. Gonna have a cool AF Pride themed paint job. Hell yeah. Congratulations, Ms. That is awesome. I'm super happy for you for that. Yeah. Let's go winning the model. I look forward to... will you get like a preview of the paint job, or do you only get to see the paint job when you actually receive it? We're in Discord. You can put it in general. Yeah, general would be fine. I don't want to create a new channel for every single conceivable thing. No shade on anyone who does that with their servers. So there's like a D&D section, an art and craft section, and anything else can go in the... Whoa! Anything else can go in general. Holy crap, that's cool, Sleepless. It looks like an axe. My first ever getting anything like that. Oh, awesome. Is it a kit that you build, or does it come assembled as well as painted? It's called an Axe Edge. It is suitably named. I can easily picture our Bigly Bean taking... I was going to say taking a head off. I mean, you could cut someone in twain with that with enough force. Hell yeah. It's a really nice red too. I love that. Almost scarlet burgundy red. Super cool. Super cool. That's a full-size deck next to it. Oh! Like a work desk. Yeah, just from the corner, I can imagine how big that is. I was gonna say messed with decks. I did sound engineering when I did animation in college, so I have seen full-size decks. Those are big. Yes. I would have to look at my notes, but I know how to set one of those up. And it's leaning back. I will definitely put pictures of my new room setup later. So my middle older sister works at a sports store, and I got a whole load of things they were throwing out, like glass shelves and display cabinet units. And she was like, do you want them? Because they're just going to go into the tip otherwise. I was like, hell yeah. So glass, black plastic, white metal frames. I think they look really nice. So yeah. Ms. Tailwagon, let's go. Doing the wiggles. Boom. Does my mouse not show up here? There we go. Boom. Yeah, it's gonna be like, what, 10, 15 minutes till you're back home, Miz? Do you need time to chill out when you get back home? Sleepless Bean now has tusks and bigger claws, probably, since we are bear totem. I mean, that makes sense. Got another adventure. What, the snake trap? Oh, tide lead! Oh, and we now know that you don't move up on a tide lead. Degen and Miz on the same spot. I go right now, I'm good to play? Oh, okay. Anyone else in the audience want to join us tonight? If you do, just say so. So, let us begin. Sleepless and Missfish, you have noticed that a little beanling called Sprout has been missing. Starting to get a little bit concerned. Where would you go and who would you talk to about this missing bean? Starting with some investigation work, starting with little PI work before you get into it. Get some wisdom rolls out of ye. And also give you some suggestions, but you have met quite a few characters in the dungeon now. Henry the accountant, the radio mimic, the boss. Big Bean would probably be being dragged around since we were basically like a guard and problem solver. I go to the main Bean lobby to ask the Bean receptionist if Sprout's been clocked in for dungeon duties today. Okay, you go to the Bean receptionist. It looks like Tall Bean is on reception today, and they are happy to check that out, especially for a celebrity, or a pair of celebrities from the arena, but also a celebrity from the Derby. No, Sprout hasn't clocked in. They're a little bean, so they had some duct duties, but doesn't seem like they've signed in today. The last sign in they had for a work shift was Tuesday. More humming. Did they clock out from that shift? Yes. Yes, they did. It was a regular day shift. They probably would have clocked out at 6 p.m. I like that. You've narrowed down a last scene. They will also let you know they were working on dungeon floor. He looks through his notes. Dungeon floor 37. That's near the Goblin R&D. Your friends, miss. Loppily, welcome in. Initiative 16. Very nice. How are you? How are you, Loppop? Good morning. Another 5 adventurers. Miz pulls into the lead. 123. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Can we have the living quarters of the bean? Check out if they're home. Yes. So they live in Bean Barracks number 4, which is on floor 62. Forgive me, I'm late again for the D&D 2. You're never late. Alopli always arrives exactly when they mean to. Would you like to play, Lopop? I'll roll an int check to see if Big Bean has the brain cell functioning. You can roll an int if you'd like. Sleepless? Start our first roll of the day. Love to play, please. Sure. Also, concerned about the missing little bean, the Lopley bean catches up with you guys. 17. I would say that's very functional. How am I doing? I'm doing great. I was saying a little bit earlier that I have some new meds, so I'm a little bit sleepy, a little bit sluggish. I wouldn't say quite loopy, but, you know, at the edge of loopy. Oh, hello, Ymir. Ymir, you are here. Thank you for the Kisu baby cakes. Is that a sneaky kiss and run? Hi, baby cakes. Hope you're doing well. We miss you. If you has EP, then send it our way. We can handle it. I would if I could sleep. How are you doing, big bro? I hope you're taking it easy and taking care of yourself. Yes, so, Loppop, game-wise, there is a missing little bean, and Sleepless and Miz are on the hunt. I miss you too, sweet bird. Oh, my little eldritch bean. Okay, I think our first thing is to check out the bean's room, see if they're there, and if there are any clues. Hell yeah! All right. Miz and Entourage, Lopley and Sleepless, can I assume you are following behind? So they need to find the little bean, yes. We're on the search for the bean. After that, we'll check out what the Gobbos have to say. I am okie dokie. Doing alright, work is hella busy, but I've just been spending my evening doing audio stuff, which has been really relaxing. I'm so glad to hear that. Okay, so you head down to the 46th floor, Bean Barracks number 4, and in a pretty cozy room with a bunch of bunk beds, you bump into couple other grizzly beans. We'll say these guys. Sleepless, one of your fellow big beans, gives a silent nod. I gotta run, but love you all. Love you too, Ymir. We miss you lots. We are looking forward to having you back when you come back. But in the meantime, please take lots of care of yourself. And have a good, restful time. You precious creature. Yeah, so you get to the bean barracks, a couple other beans there. I miss him already. Me too, Lopoly. Me too. He's been gone for so long. Oh, he's been gone for so long. But he'll be back, and I'm glad he's taking care of himself. They're taking care of themselves. Not my husband. Not my husband. I'll ask the other beans if they've heard of sprout bean lately. Yeah, so the little bean will come up to you, kind of shyly. Yeah, Bean's my bunkmate. He stays. He takes the top one. He's nice. He'll be gone somewhere really late in the evenings recently. I don't know where. Rainbird, aka Sweetbird. That's what people have been calling me lately. Do you, and I mean any of you, want to do an investigation around the bunk? I'm half awake, by the way, lol. I'm half asleep, by the way, lol. Sorry, Key is talking with me, lol. That's okay. Key, get into chat. Woke up and jumped on stream again. What do you mean you didn't sleep? I didn't say I didn't sleep. I said I was half asleep. You're half awake, I'm half asleep. It's like a glass of water being half empty or half full. I actually slept very well. I actually went to bed a little bit early because someone, misfit, wasn't streaming as late or last night. I understood that. Guess my brain is half awake too. Yeah, let's get an investigation roll, if you would like, from you, Lopoly, and Sleepless, and I'll give Ms. a minute or two for when they're free. If that sounds alright. Lopoly, if you're okay rolling dice. It's normal d20. Let me check. It is... Lopoly Bean has the cleric bonus. It's a d20 plus 3 for you. Oh my god, Miz, you missed everything. There was a massive boss fight, and Sleepless like threw you into the gaping jaw of a giant beast, and there were explosions everywhere, and I had a big load of special effects set up. But you know, it's past now, and I can't really repeat it or show it again, and it won't be in the VOD or the clips. It was just too powerful. Back from getting snacks. What did we miss? Okay, Ms. and Sleepless are back. Can you guys give me investigation rolls on Sprout's bunk? Basically his little living area. Ms., do you need me to get the stats for that? 17, 17, and well, two 17s are going to do it anyway. By the way, Sleepless, what snacks did you get? That's a very important question. And an 18 from La Pop. 12 from Sleepless. That's all pretty good. So as you guys look around, you find a couple of drawings stuck up on the wall. Looks like our little Sprout is quite the artist. It looks like there's a bunch of pictures of a little grizzly bean in a very nice neon green Crayola, surrounded by mushrooms. There is a little drawing. It's a little rudimentary. It looks like they're chasing a golden mushroom, perhaps. Popcorn with garlic and melted butter. Ah, that sounds great. Oh, I actually had garlic mushrooms for dinner. They were lovely. I see this bean on shrooms. With Lopley's very high 18, you find that there are some, I suppose you'd call them spores, some, not a huge amount, just little bits of spores. They're an orangey, yellowy gold color. Those are the main things you find. Also seems to be like a little bit of mud on the bottom corner of the bed. I guess Sprout doesn't wipe their feet either. Wipe their paws? Do we know of a floor that's got a lot of mushrooms? You do. There is a fungal cavern. It is quite deep. It is generally avoided because the mushroom folk that live on that floor are generally known to be a little bit aggressive. At least to outsiders. Outside of the cavern, because I guess it's the dungeon, so like an outsider could mean someone from not from the dungeon, but in this case it means not from the cavern. It'll actually be the 72nd floor, which is... You're on the 64th, so it's only a couple floors down. We can handle hostiles? Oh, I know you can. Gotcha. Well, pulls out the detective cap and spyglass and starts walking to the nearest elevator. Hell yeah. So on most floors, there's usually a secret wall that the Grizzly Beans would know about, where they can access a lift system. They use it for rearming traps and moving things around. Very well hidden from the adventurers that would have to go floor by the stairs. Are you heading to the fungal caverns? Sleepless follows behind. Yes, sir. Alright. I need to move you guys over here. And I need to flip you guys all that way. Because as you guys reach the cavern, you see that nearby. Do you need a... No, I don't think you need a perception to see this. Ms. Sleepless and Lopley, you can see little prints about the right size for a beanling. They're the right shape for a grizzly bean. Are you moving forward? Yep, okay. As you guys move a little further and enter the map proper, you guys finally see this. Now give me perceptions, and I will tell you all of the details you will get. So Lop-Pop, your perception, that's also wisdom, so that's d20 plus 3 again. For Ms, it's a plus 1. Ms got a 15. Sleepless, you can also roll one if you want. You already have. I see. Sleepless, you're not sure you're on the right floor. You're pretty sure the fungal cavern was up to. Certainly. Sleepless walked into a spider web. Okay, Detective Ms with a... and Lopley with a 16. It is a plus 3, you are right, Lop-Pop. So, Ms and Lop-Pop, you can very easily identify the little bean prints. You guys see a very familiar style of artwork, possibly with the same neon green Crayola of a little grizzly bean with some mushrooms. Might be dancing or just standing with them, you're not completely sure. You also see a little mushroom creature with a little grizzly bean plushie. I walk using my spyglass to look very closely at the bean prints, not actually paying attention to what's in front of me. Okay. Ms., as you follow the bean prints across the dirt. Oh, hydrate. Thank you very much, Lopop. I'll give that a quick sip. Stop you from walking into the wall. The prints seem to end where the path turns to stone, and this little creature, mushroom creature that has a grizzly bean plushie, gives a little bit of a grrr, and then I have to turn you around. Hang on. And then runs into the cavern. Also, you should be in front of the prints, not behind them. Gasp! There's a perpetrator. Do they be perpin'? What do y'all want to do? I feel like Sleepless should also have, like, the detective hat so they can be Watson. We wander over. I forgot. Okay, well, I will reveal a little bit of the cavern entrance since you're there. Polygonal tool, please. You see a set of stairs descending into the fungal cavern. Sprinting after them immediately, I trip over my own cape. Okay, Ms. starts sprinting. Sleepless is falling close behind. Ms., give me a dex save then to not land on your face. That'll be a d20 plus 1. Oh dear god, it's going down. 5. Ms., you take a little bit of a spill. You're not hurt, but you are prone. And I say you bounce 1 step. Can we grab them? Yeah, you're not in initiative. Go, give me a dex save. Dex save to grab them. You know what? You can do an athletics. Turn it into a grapple if you want. Gonna be menaced tonight a little bit. That's fine. 19. Yep. So Ms. trips over their cloak. They start going head over heels. Doesn't look like it's gonna be a bad spill, but the Sleepless Bean just reaches out and grabs them mid-fall and just sort of adjusts them and places them back on their feet. And Lopley is also here. I go and watch the scene from a safe off of the stairs. It's like you Sleepless Watson. Very good. Okay. I assume you continue your way down. Are you taking any caution? Is that a silly question? You told me I had to roll for the bean on the wall. Oh, I asked for a perception just for the general area a little while ago. We are the safety net. I don't know why I write that in a threatening tone, and yet it fits so well. No, we got a hot pursuit on our hands. We must catch up as soon as possible. All right. On getting back to their feet, Ms. Bean, with Sleepless shortly behind, Lopley watching from the top of the steps, and we get to reveal another little section. Maybe a decently big section. There you go. Huge area. There you go. I gotta follow them, huh? You do. Well, you don't have to, but, you know, that's where the adventure is. Also, Lopley. What's that? What's that, girl? What is it? What is it? Lop-Pop slowly and carefully following at the back. That's right, it's a box! Okay. As you get to there, Ms., our little mushroom dog gives you another little growl. It's not a big dog growl. It is a little dog growl. I run and jump on the box. All right, bursting past both of you, Lopley Bean does a leap on top of the box. Oh, move to front, please. A leap on top of the box. Where's the corner? Where's my grasper? There it is. Leap onto the box, which spooks the little mushroom dog. So it's going to go back even further into the corner there. There also seems to be a second little mushroom dog. Just has its mushroom tongue out. Seems to be panting. Lop-Pop, you pop and open the box. Question mark. What do you have in it? Okay. Fungal crates. Crate 1, the Spelunker's Kit. So there's a label on it that says Spelunker's Kit. You find, and I will copy it into the live dice rolls chat in a moment. You find a pebble sling, a scrap dart, a net launcher, a glow cap lantern, and a mushroom compass. And the glow cap lantern illuminates and repels spores in a 5-foot area around you, and the mushroom compass points towards the largest nearby fungal creature. And I'll put that into the live roll chat. And you guys can divide the spoils as you please. We got an ooh from the Miz. Any items you can use to get up to shenanigans? I have an idea. I was waiting for that. Move you two up a little more. What's the plan, Stan? That was for the shears. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll let the extra damage to plants count for mushrooms. I know technically they're a different phylum. It's all very complicated, but yeah, sure. Close enough. Okay, I've got a jar of honey. It's sticky and yummy. Mushroom dogs probably love this stuff. That net launcher, gonna trap the dog with it after it's distracted with the honey. Hell yeah. Yeah, you can give that a go, Ms. Are you going to throw the honey jar? That would be the usual weapon attack to like make an area sticky. Or are you going to like pour some out on the ground to try to lure it up and then back away and use the net launcher? What's the tack? What's the word I'm looking for? What's the technique? What's the tech? Yeah. Pour it on the ground and then lure them in. Okay. Let me get the grid. Where exactly do you want to pour out your honey? But first I want to scare off the other doggo. Okay. So it doesn't use up my trap. Fair enough. How do you want to scare off the other doggo? You can tell without an insight rule, just by looking at it, it's pretty derpy. Sleepless could probably scare it off easily. Probably Sleepless, if you want to do that plan, please give me an intimidation and you can tell me exactly what the Bigly Bean would do. I'm just gonna step closer to it and clap your hands. You're gonna roar. Gonna do a stomp. Do you do the thing where we can choose between strength or charisma for intimidation? I'd let you... Normally no, but it does make perfect sense on this occasion, so I would allow it on this occasion, just don't hold me to it in future. Hi Mad Eye, welcome in, 11 on initiative, fantastic. And joined 13 times. You've been here so many times. Thank you, Mad Eye. Thank you. I don't know if you haven't streamed in a while or I haven't been up late enough to see them. but it's super nice to have you here. How are you? Are you working? Are you finished with work? Are you safe? Are you free? Mad Eye, I got a bunch of the Resi games because they were all like super reduced. So I was able to scrape together a little extra cash. So I have 2, 3, 4 remake, 7 and 8. So I'll eventually get to play those on stream. Finished Dead Space last night. Hell yeah, I gotta go check out the VOD. More Leon Bird. Hell yeah. Slam big paw on the ground to scare off the doggo. A 15. Alright, Sleepless. You come up here. This little guy looks up at you. Big old tongue hanging out. You do a stomp. And goes, oh, 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 and runs away up to there. This one also gets a little hop and cowers in the corner in between the 2 piles of rubble. Perfect, perfect. Plan step 1 is complete. Oh no, Lopley heard Leon. Leon! Oh, is it ad time already? We're gonna have ads in a couple of seconds. So we'll be a little bit chill for anyone who is trapped in ad jail. We can wait a little bit. And then we won't be bothered again by ads for another 40 minutes, I think. Crouch on the floor and try to get the little bean mushroom next to me. Okay. Lopley crouches down, does a psh, 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 I assume. Gonna spill some honey in the middle between me and the doggo, and then back away, getting the net launcher ready. Okay. So we'll say about here, Miz, for a little pile of honey. I actually draw it, and then I can move the little honey pile. That's a nice honey color. There we go. Yeah. About here. This is all me getting my practice in for Gardic. Did you like my little grizzly bean cave drawing? There you go, a little honey. Rainbird, you still taking wife applications? I heard Leon is a lot on your computer, so applications are open. Okay, Lopley, you can give me an animal handling to try to psh, 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 the little mushroom over. That might make him a little less nervous to approach the honey, or you can just move back. And Ms., you are moving back and getting the net launcher ready. Am I correct in that? What's animal handling? I feel like that's wisdom as well. So that is a +3 again. D20 +3 from the laptop. Watch me miss for the first time, bro. Nah, you can do it. Gotta have that self-confidence, Lop-Pop. 10? A 10 is not bad. Between that and the honey on the floor, it takes a little bit. It is a little bit nervous. It approaches pretty shyly. Gets to there. Kinda gives you a look. Gives a look at the honey. Gives a little look at Sleepless in the background there. Looks back at the honey. Moves forward a little bit closer to the honey. Looks at Lopley. Stares at Sleepless for a bit. And then kind of drops the plushie and goes for a little slurp of the honey. I assume I'm gonna need the stats for the net launcher. Where did I leave that? It'll be... You grab the plushie gently so you don't scare it. Plushie? Oh, I thought it was the sprout bean. No, it's the plushie, the grizzly bean plushie. It's the one from the Redeem that puts it on my head. It is actually just a plushie. It is not. It is too small to even be a beanling. Because it was that size, slightly bigger, that size. Yeah, that's the one. That bean. Don't need to launch my net then, if we can just pick up the plushie. Okay. Save your net, good idea. So, Lobley, you very carefully pick up the plushie. No. Wait, I want to move you to the front. You very carefully pick up and gently pick up the plushie and move back from the little shroom dog. Give me a quick investigation to see if you pick this up easily. I believe investigation is intelligence. Back from the bathroom. Welcome back, Sleepless. Investigation. That'll be a flat roll, Lopley. So just 1d20. Um, 13? A 13 is absolutely fine for this. Also, Sleepless, you didn't miss too much. The plan with the little mushroom dog went pretty well. It was brought over by the honey, it dropped the little plushie, and Lopley has picked it up. Lopley, you notice it's got a little white label just next to its butt that says property of sprout. And sprout is the bean you are looking for. Guess you'll start looking around. An ominous sign indeed. Sweetbird, do you stream tomorrow? I am free tomorrow, so yeah, I'm thinking so. We'll play a little more Resi 4. Because I don't have other plans yet for other games to play. So, Mushroom Dog has finished all of the honey, and it's looking at you now, Miz. Starts looking for more clues. Okay. Which way are you all heading? Where are you looking, Miz? Head down south. Okay, as you start heading down south, little mushroom comes up to your leg and starts nudging you. It knows where the honey comes from. We grab this stuff if it hasn't been taken. Sure, Sleepless can carry the load. Oh, jeez. You don't think it's biting at you, but it doesn't actually have teeth as such. It's just mushroom. You can ignore it and keep going south if you'd like. Gonna take the plush and show it to the dog, see if it can sniff and lead us to the person it belongs to. And I'll flash some more honey to indicate its reward. Oh, that's very clever. Ms. give me an animal handling. That is a wisdom roll, so give me a d20 plus 1. Tried to get a good roll. Mushrooms do not have brains. 10? Not terrible. Middle of the road. It's kind of grasped what you're trying to say. It yips and starts to move that way. We have speak with animals. Do you have speak with plants, though? It is sort of in between. Yeah, I'll let you try speak with animal. They are very low int, but go for it. I know it's a ritual cast, but for the sake of brevity, we can say that the time goes by. Is not considered a plant beast. You know what? Yeah, it is. It's plant beast. Sure. So the Sleepless Bean spends a little bit of time in casting a spell as a ritual. Mushroom Dog looks at him, little spooked. Take us to where you found this, and you can have more honey. Okay. It looks up at you. Seems to be trying to think, but again, doesn't have much of a brain. gives what seems to be a little bit of a nod, and then it moves to here, and then it turns around and looks at you expectantly. As you follow it, I'll reveal a little more map. Yes, you'd get that. There is the other dog from earlier. Also following. All right. Ms., as you start to move up there, you hear growling from behind you. Lopley, you can also hear the growling. And you too, yes, you too can hear the growling. From down here, I turn and look where it comes from. You see these guys. And they go, arr, 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 arr. They're very bouncy little guys. And they seem to be rushing you, Ms. And as one comes out, it spots Lopley and turns towards Lop-Pop. And we're going to do a little initiative roll, please. Does anyone need their stats for initiative roll? Or do y'all remember them? Ms. with a nat 20. Let's go, let's go. Definitely going to be first to act. And let's start adding turn orders as well. Where's my little turn order thing? This? Yes. There we go. That's what you said about my mushroom. A 19 for Sleepless. What I said about your mushroom, Lopley? What do you mean specifically? Wait. I thought you had 22. Whoa. Oh, thank you for the follow. Zion the Potato, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? You taste chaos. Things are getting chaotic. Welcome in, how are you? It tastes like cheese. There could be cheese involved. There's currently mushrooms. So, Ms., you have a +2 to your initiative, so that's 22 total. Sleepless, you have a 19. Lopley, Lopley, it's a D20 plus, wait, a D20 plus 1 for your initiative. How does this work? Would you like to play Zion the Potato? Can I call you Potato or Zion? Which would you prefer? Either works fine. Okay, so Zion, I am Rainbird, the dungeon boss. If you would like to play, you will need to join my Discord. There is a link in the about there, or I think, does this work? and you can verify, then you can play one of my Grizzly Bean minions. There are stats in the Discord for them as well, and I can bring up their stats on the screen and tell you what to roll. There is a channel in the Discord called D&D Live Dice Rolls, and that is where you can roll dice that will show up in the middle of the screen there in that chat box. Oh, Lop got a 1. Gotta put that one up. Sorry, Lop. Luckily, it is initiative, so nothing bad can happen. Perfect, Zion. You have joined the Discord. Then you just go to verification, and you need to click on the little key reaction to be able to talk in the Discord. And then we will get you hooked up with your Grizzly Bean of choice. Can I pet the mushroom? You can. Let me just get Zion set up. There is a section on the Discord that says on stream D&D, and in that, Zion, you will find a section called how to play, and at the very top it has all the stats, and then live D&D Live Dice Rolls is the one just under that. Let me know if you are having trouble finding your way around. I think Miz just pinged you in the live D&D channel, and we'll get you a bean. Found it? Perfect. Okay. The next step is picking your Grizzly Bean. We have 3 different varieties. We have big beans, medium beans, and little beans. Little beans are Dexy little guys. Medium beans are, the guys in the middle. And then the big beans have high health, high AC. Also, have you played D&D before? Want to be a big bean? Because yes, no worries. Do you want our standard bigly bean, like Sleepless is using, or do you want our tall, lanky big bean? He actually does look pretty buff though. Look at that. Look at the line on that chest and those shoulders. Another big bean, hell yeah. So you can be either of these two if you want to be a big bean, Zion, and I will put your name on the token and put you into the map. I played a little bit. Perfect. If you have any questions or anything while you are playing, do let me know, and I'm happy to tell you whatever roles you need. I have a bot in the live dice rolls that'll let you, roll dice. There is a command for that. I think it's /1d20, and then you can add anything else you need. So you can do 1d20 plus 1 or 1d20 plus 3, whatever the stats are. But I can bring them all up on screen like this, so it shouldn't be too complicated. Do you want skinny or broad guy? Bum, 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 bum. Big bean. Okay. I'll actually duplicate that one. Paste. And we will rename it. And we can give it your full title. Zion the Potato. Perfect. So Zion the Potato follows you guys in your search for Sprout the Missing Bean. Zion, to catch you up real quickly, there is a missing little bean in... you guys are all Grizzly beans. One of them is missing. The others have tracked it to the fungal caverns, and they're currently searching. And they've just entered a little bit of combat. We have a quick question. Is Potato also going to have the reduced speed from Big Bean? Yes. Yes, that's actually good to mention. Yes, we are actually starting... Well, you're starting off right as combat is happening. It's worth it. So I have nerfed the speed of the big beans a little bit from 30 feet to 20 feet. And can I get your first roll of the game, which is going to be your initiative, which is a flat d20 roll. So in the live dice rolls chat, if you put /1d20, I think that should work, and that should give you a dice roll. Loppily has a 2. Let me add you. I added Ms. a second time. That's not right. Loppily gets 2. Oh, it's /r space 1d20. And a 20? Let's go! Let's go, Zion! Nat 20 on your first ever roll! A sign of things to continue, I hope. Awesome. Okay, we will add Zion. And that is a 20. Let me very quickly get these little puppers added. And let me roll my d20. Wait. 14, 4, and 3. And let me get that in order. We got Ms. and Zion going first. Let me get this up in the corner. Give me... You guys can come up with your plan if you have one. Give me 1 second. I need to turn some lights on because I can't actually see the numbers on my dice. I'll just be a couple seconds. All right, let's go. Can I figure out real quickly if they're aggressive or do they just want my honey? Walk over and bonk. That is a very sleepless go-to. Yes. Ms., give me an insight. Is insight intelligence or wisdom? I think it's wisdom. So that'll be flat roll. 1d20. $16. Insight is wisdom. Perfect. What should I do? That is a good question, Zion. Your turn is next. We can chat about that as soon as Ms. turn is over. You can go in for the attack. You can stay back. We've got a couple of options as a big bean. Ms., you can tell that they are, in fact, aggressive. They do want your honey, but they also want to nom on you. Big beans don't have utility. That is true. That is another thing I probably should have mentioned. So small beans and medium beans have access to a bunch of tools. What do I call them? Dungeon implements that the big beans don't have access to. But they do occasionally get tools. Sleepless has a big garden shears, I think. You will also get bonuses throughout all the games you play, and for every game you participate in, Zion, you will get achievements that I'll write up at the end. Have a big bonking thing. You have 2 slam attacks, or you have... Do you have like a ground pound ability? I'd have to double check. My dual claw attack. All right, Ms. Go for your 2 attacks. Let me get the stats up. You know that scene from the Avengers where Hulk slams Loki down around like a ragdoll? Yeah, Sleepless has used that a couple of times. Knock enemies prone, yes. Okay, go for your attacks, Ms. Was it +4? Yes. That's skip. Hang on. Claw attack, +4 to hit, and then it's a d6 +3 damage if you hit. 5-foot radius around us. Need to make a saving throw or be knocked prone. Gotcha. Nice. A 20 and a 12 are both hits. That's 2d6 +6 if you want to just total the damage, or you have 2 within range so you could hit one of them each. The big bean hits hella hard. So are you hitting one with both hits, Ms., or are you splitting up your damage? 6 on one and 8 on the other. Any preferences? I go top bottom. 6, 8. Okie dokie. That looks like it damaged them a fair bit. They still want that honey and that delicious Ms. meat though. Zion, it is now your turn. What would you like to do? You have come down the steps into the fungal cavern. You have seen some of your fellow grizzly beans being accosted by these little mushroom dog creatures. Not my Mizmeat. Honey roast Mizmeat. You want to do some big slams, Zion? 10, 15, 20. You could get 2 here. And you can attack this one if you would like. Yes, perfect. Holding on. Just to let you know as well, in the meantime, I have this little grid with numbers and letters. If you ever need any help deciding what square you want to go onto, and you can turn that on and on yourself by using !grid, and it'll pop up for you. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go in about 25 minutes. We have an event we are being dragged to, but we will be here until then. No worries at all, Sleepless. Thank you for letting me know. As always, it is drop in, drop out. So if you gotta go, you gotta go. I have a rough feeling that this might be a two-parter, like a lot of the more narrative games tend to be. So the Sleepless Bean will probably be able to pick up shortly after where they left off. Also, 25 minutes from now puts us at like 2 hours in, and I think like 2.5 hours is the most I want to stream for with just the first day on these new meds. Like Burris Garden, exactly. Yes, so you can make it to E4 pretty easily, Zion. And that will let you attack this top mushroom here, if you would like. E4, hell yeah. Big Bean Zion stomps up here. Looks down on this little aggressive mushroom wolf, mushroom dog, I guess. Okay, your attacks, Zion. You can do 2 slams. So that is a D20 plus 6. So /R space 1d20 plus 6. And you can do that twice. Oh, Miz coming in for another trap with the explosive door. I think that puts Degen coming back in with the explosive trap door. And oh, one behind the lead. 10. 10 is just under their AC, but you do get a second attack. A hydrate for me. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. And a posture check. I sure will. I will check my posture. And I got a bean on my head again. Got my little head bean. Me and Sprout got them from the same retailer. 16. A 16 is a hit, Zion. Hell yeah. So out of 2 slams, you have 1 hit. And the damage is 2d6 plus 4. So /R space 2d6 plus 4. And Sleepless has it in the chat there as well if you want to just copy and paste it. 13? Okay. So, Zion, first time helping out these new bean allies, rushes in, sees their allies under attack from these despicable little mushroom wolves. Maybe a little overly sure-footed, maybe a little overly confident, goes for the first swing. Probably used to fighting, you know, bigger things, being a bigly bean, being a guard for the dungeon. Kind of adjusts with the second slam and comes straight down, splatting this mushroom dog and sending it flying into the debris. Zion, that is your first kill. 20 on initiative and a kill on your first combat. Very good. Excellent. Great start. Now, we're on to a Sleepless. Sleepless of the Big Barbarian Bean charges in. Okay. Might be a little short of getting to these guys on one turn. Sleepless, are you going to use a action dash to get there? Wait, 20 move. We can reach. Can you? Yes. Oh, from that corner. Oh, you're right. I was measuring from the center of your token. My bad. Yeah. There you go. No, you're absolutely right. That was my bad, Sleepless. Let's see what happens if I just full on eat one. Zion, you have you're at the right table. You are very much among the right Grizzly beans. Hell yeah, go for your double slam, Sleepless. What mushroom dish is this guy gonna end up being? First an 8, that is a miss. Going reckless, okay. Yeah, give me 2 rolls for your second slam. So Zion, just to let you know, when someone has played my game for 5 missions for 5 different streams, they get to pick aspect of a class. So they get a couple of abilities from a proper D&D class. Lopoly has the aspect of a cleric. Misfit has the aspect of a bard, and Sleepless has the aspect of a barbarian, so they have a couple of class abilities. A 15 is a hit, Sleepless. Give me your damage roll. And we'll see how much of this mushroom is left, if any. Oh, and you're using the shears. Oh. Do you want to describe how you've turned this little mushroom into risotto? One time I got 3 nat 20s in a row. Hell yeah. What actually last week, I think it was Friday last week, I got 2 nat 1s on an advantage roll. Crushed flat? Okay, this guy is paste. I can actually shrink him that way. Pasted. I wasn't even playing, I was just having fun with the D20 command. Hell yeah. That is really statistically unlikely to get 3 nat 20s in a row. I suddenly don't have very many mushrooms. This one is next to Lopoly. It's not fully aware that its associates have been pasted yet, so I think it's going to attack Lopoly. That is a hit. And it does 5 damage to Lopoly. So Lopoly, if you are awake, you just took a little hit there, if you haven't fallen back asleep. Next up, Lopop. Lopop pop pop lopop pop 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 Lopoly. Lopoly. Lopoly, wake up. Lopoly. Give Lopoly a couple of seconds there. Yes, yes. Ah, there you are. There you are, my Lopop. It is your turn. I was not asleep. I don't believe you. But it is your turn. This little mushroom guy has just taken a bite out of you. It did 5 damage. You are still in pretty decent shape. What do you want to do? Are you going to retaliate? Yes, my sweet bird. Okie dokie. Yes, yes, my Lopop. I try to talk it out of it. Okay. Give me an animal handling. That'll be wisdom again, so +3 for you. You don't need to attack me, sweet mush. D20 +3 when you are ready, Lopop. We will see how well this goes. I don't think I'd make that take an action either. That's probably something I'll let you do as a free action. Compare an attack if it attacks back. Yes. Superbly like anything D&D. Welcome in, Immersa. How are you? 19. Lopoly, it just took a bite out of you. Rather than violently retaliating, you gave it a... Oh! Yeah, it's a +3. Rather than retaliating, you give it a pat on the head. It's kind of confused for a moment. It kind of like it. It likes it. It likes the head pat. It kind of puts its head down a little bit more to let you scritch it behind its little mushroom circles. I don't know what those are called. I'm not looking up mycelium right now. And it seems to calm down a little bit. Mush literally gnawing on Lop's leg. Shush, sweet Popo, calm down, please. Come with us, sweetie pie. Lovely, you're the one who adopts all the animals in games, aren't you? Doing alright. How goes chat D&D? Really well, really well. You are welcome to join if you would like, Amersa. I'll feed you honey if you're a good boy. Oh. Yeah. For the moment, you guys can exit initiative. As Lopoly here has soothed the savage beast. Oh, 6 on a trap switch. Also, snake pit. Love the snake pit. DGen is back in the lead, Miz. We pause with our weapon in the air. I can picture that perfectly. It's like, should I still squish it? Oh no. A 1 on initiative. Oh wait, it's a 16. It's a 16 on initiative. That's fine. That's much better. Teacher and my rival. It's a fight to the death. Amersa, welcome to the initiative board. That is just my check-in redeem, though. Do let me know if you'd like to play. Rainbird, you want some of my coffee? Actually, yes. All good. I'm happy to just vibe. Alrighty, you are most welcome to vibe, friend. Okay, my beans, you are currently out of combat. You can notice that there are 2, possibly 3 routes. 2 routes. This seems to be a dead end. There's just clutter there. There are 2 routes. Miz going to the left route. Okay. North is where the doggo is leading. Zion and Lopop, are you following too? Grab my mushroom in my arms and pat pat as I go right. Okay. We go. Okie dokie. Lopop. Let me move him to the front. With a plushie and a mushroom dog. Starts heading off right by their lonesome. Zion, where would you like to go? Of course you guys split the party. Why wouldn't you? And I'll reveal a little more as well. I just want to reveal this as well because I confused myself there. Yeah, dead end. Alright, Zion and Lop. We have 2 parties with 2 bigly beans. Always split the party. That's what I'm saying, Miz. That's the D&D rules. Okay. Undo Lop and Zion first. Let's name the mushroom Steve. Steve is a pretty good name for a mushroom. Spores have taken Miss. Okay. As Zion and Lopley head down this direction, you guys can see another mushroom wolf, or mushroom dog, seems to be gnawing on some leaves over in the corner there. It's not paying any attention to you yet. From there, you can see that the path goes north into some sort of chamber with a thick glow of green spores. Over at Ms. and Sleepless, as you two move past the slightly friendlier mushroom doggos. This one's kind of scared, so he's gonna head up that direction. You two, this guy also, like, he's at your leg a little bit. He wants that honey, not humping your leg. As you two head up that direction, Ms. and Sleepless, give me perception rolls, please. We alone are the unbrainwashed ones. That is a 12 from Sleepless, nice, and Ms. That's a +1, so that's actually a 19. Ms. sees the most, and you get, you hear them first, Ms. Speaking in a very, sort of archaic, almost broken. It's a little bit different. It's similar, but a little bit different from Beanish. It's like, kind of like if a Grizzly bean was speaking Beanish, but they were a caveman. And you spot these guys, and you have just spotted them before they spot you. So a very good perception roll. Rudimentary Beanish. Probably a different language with the same root. The root being Dungeonish. Can I hear what they may be speaking? Yes, you can. Before I do that, I do want to zoom in on them a little bit, and I also really, really importantly, at least to me anyway, need to shout out John Yakamau, who is the artist who designed these mushrooms. They are a character designer for games, and they made these available online. I think they are super cool. And Sleepless has spotted a box. Okay, Ms., you pick up a couple of words. You hear, bear, you hear green, you hear stinky, and you hear Gross. Character design would be my dream. Oh my god, I need to work harder on my drawings. You're an incredible artist, Sloppily. I'm sure you could. Oh, so they're elitist. They did not just say that. Now remember, you don't have context. You only have those 4 words. And I'll flick back to Zion and Loppily. Oh, actually, we have an ad just about to start. So Zion, you're going to be trapped in ad jail for a minute. So I'm not going to progress you and Loppily till after the ad break. Let me know when you've escaped ad jail and I'll come straight over to you. My drawing style is mainly of Scooby-Doo-ish designs. I love that. I'm a big fan of Scooby-Doo. We're gonna have to go soon. I'm over the 2-hour mark for streaming. So I might actually wrap up myself, Sleepless. So you won't really be missing anything if I do that. You like big thingy, Rainbird? I need more context, Lovely. Yeah, I think we'll wrap up very shortly. I'll wait for the ad break to end, and I'll give Zion and Loppily another chance to move about. And Ms, if there is anything else you want to do or scheme or plan there, I will let you do that as well. But Sleepless, we will essentially stop the game there on your side. That sound good to everyone? We all Gucci? Good plan, right? We all happy with that? Much appreciated. You're very welcome. Sounds good to me. I don't mind. Wait until next time. Hell yeah. And ad break is over in a minute. So I'll just wait for Zion and Loppily. Loppily, you are not in ad jail. What would you like to do? I can actually, since you guys have half the dungeon done, I'll just clean that up. Ta-da! Not in ad jail. I know you're not in ad jail, but Zion is in ad jail, so that's why I'm asking you first what you'd like to do. Bum, 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 bum. You tried to the mushroom. The other mushroom? The second mushroom? Alright, give me another animal handling. And ads are over. Ads are over. Hello Zion, welcome back. Take my animal voice and say, hi honey. I'll have an army. Oh god. I'm gonna have to start. There's gonna be a dungeon menagerie. And Loppily Bean is gonna run it. So Loppily, I'll move you over here. Give me your ruler. A 23 and not 20. What? What? I have to let you succeed with that. You absolutely, like, it turns around, comes up to you, it's about to bite you, you pat it on the head just like the other one, and it just puts the head down. It's like, oh, actually getting pats is quite nice. I like getting pats. I could go for more of this. And loppily, I'm gonna put the bean plushie on your head. I need to move this to the front. Loppily, you have yes, you've done the thing. I escaped. Hell yeah! Welcome back, Zion. I want to eat it. I don't know what Lopley will have to say about that. It's not that bad. I'll be better. Lop alone will make it so this entire cave no longer hates outsiders. I think so. Eat the one that I'll miss my animal handling on. Okay, Zion, I am wrapping up the stream very shortly. I will be continuing 2 hours ago your time zone, Thursday next week. So I do D&D with chat every week on a Thursday. You are welcome to join again next week. Is there anything you would like to do with your big Zion bean before we wrap up? Do you want to have a look up to the north up the stairs? Are you going to try to eat one of Lopley's bean mushroom pets? There are some pre-squashed ones down in the bottom left. Imagine I use my mushrooms like Pokemon. Lopley, maybe you should have gone Ranger instead of Cleric. Maybe I should have suggested that. Okay. Go eat these ones, Zion. We have Steve and Leia now. No, I still want to help my friends. Oh. Okay. Hang on. I have to do this before I wrap up for sure. Steve. And... what was it? Leia? Lila. Well, they're named now. And you know the rules, you can't eat something with a name. I'll go to the north, please. Okay. So, I'm gonna wrap up on this. The next one we see is mine to eat. That's fair. Both of you, give me a quick perception roll, and that'll be our last rolls, and I'll reveal what's in the chamber ahead of you, depending on what you roll. So Zion, for you, that will be a flat 1d20. And Lopley, that's a 1d20 plus 3 for you. Okay. That is a 4 for Zion. The The spores are so thick in the air, it's actually hard to see through them. It is dense with these glowing spores. Pop, 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 poppily. Bum, bum, bum. Can't see shit. Facts. And Zion, I think I mentioned, but there is a section just below the D&D live dice rolls called Players and Achievements. So I will be updating that, and you will get a achievement, or 3 achievements depending, sometime before the last game if you want to check those out. They're just like silly highlights. And a boss boon. I don't know what it'll be yet. It'll be a surprise. Lovely. Lovely, give me your perception roll. She's getting coffee, isn't she? Lop. No, we lost them. I was distracted. That's okay. Oh no, she got her ear pods on. A D20. A D20 plus 3. And then I can wrap up the stream. Lol. Bum, 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 bum. A 9. Okay. Okay. Lovely. Lovely. You are so finely attuned to it that even though you can see very little through this mist, what you can see, the bombshell we will end on, and we will end it there. As you see, the edge of a box. Oh, come on. You don't understand, Zion. Boxes are big deals. So throughout the dungeon adventures, there are crates where you guys will find various pieces of equipment. What you mean? We end it there? I want my box. You'll have to be here next week, Lobley. Yeah, so we end it there. Our hunt for Sprout the Beanling. Let me go back to the dungeon. Zion, thank you so much for joining us for your first time playing in the dungeon. I hope you'll return again. It was fantastic to have you. How's that fair? I don't see a thing, yet she gets a box. She got a 9 and you got a 4. Also, you guys share boxes. If I lick your cheek, you let me get the box. No, you have to wait till next week. Behave, Loppily. Good night, Immersa. Thank you for being here as well. Thank you for chilling. 5 adventurers. Behave? Never heard of it. You're supposed to be the innocent bean. Anyway, let me find someone to raid. Let me see who's online. Do we want... Thank you for the kiss, la boop, la pop, 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 blah, blah, Thank you. We haven't gone to you in a while. Yeah, I haven't visited Seraph in a while. Let's go see Seraph. They are playing RimWorld. Lop. Anyway, Zion, it was wonderful to have you. I hope you'll come back next week. You will have your shot at the contents on the box as well. Don't worry about it. And I'll send you off to our dear Seraph the Tyrant, who's playing RimWorld. They are a purple dragon, and they are a really nice, fun guy. Please be kind and polite to them. But you can make fun of them after a few minutes. I won't stop you. Let's see, next time, Zion, it was fun to have you with us. It was. You very much fit in with your desire to eat the mushrooms. Bye, Rain. Bye, Ms. Are you streaming tomorrow? I'm streaming tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to stream tomorrow. My usual time, but a Friday. And we'll play some more Resident Evil 4. Yeah, that's all. Everyone take care of yourselves and love you all lots, and I will see most of you in the Discord and some of you in your own streams. Ciao for now. Bye. Bye. I'll be streaming like 30, I think. Make up for yesterday. Hell yeah, I'll be there. Bye.